Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another NGS. Markzombie, Bobzombie, Dream Team caster combo here. Both looking crispy with our ties. And thank you for waiting just a couple moments, just a few moments past that timer. Do apologize about that. But yeah, so tonight, Bob, we've got a pretty good matchup. We're looking at two teams from Div B West. It's going to be the Wholesome Halfwits going up against Logical Decision. And yeah, I've got a little bit of experience actually casting. I casted a Logical Decision match last week, in which it was a domination, but their opponents, the Off-Brand Cereal, they busted out some off-brand picks. They actually went with a full fire team, picking all the fire icon, all the fire talents. So definitely a little spicy of a draft. And then for Wholesome Halfwits, a little bit of a wild card for me. Have not seen them play yet. But how are you feeling tonight about this match, Bob?
I'm not sure. I'm unaware of both teams. I know the map selection's real good so far.
Yeah, and speaking of those maps, let's just take a quick peek. Kick it on over to the draft overlay, or the map overlay here. We had Logical Decision. The red team won the coin toss and selected the first pick. Halfwits banning out Sky Temple. Meanwhile, Logical banning out Cursed Hollow. And the first map is going to be Infernal Shrines.
Good map to start with. Real good map to start with.
Yeah, definitely a classic.
Lots of different metas. Lots of different possibilities here. Good lane phases. Good team fight spots. It's a really good map. One of my personal favorite maps.
Personal favorite Bobzombie map. What more can you ask for
One
tonight?
of them. Not my number one. We all know that's Spider Tomb. It's the best map in the game. Because it's like a small brawl arena.
Yeah, we were talking, it was me and Turd last week. We were talking about just like Tomb of the Spider Queen is such a good design for Heroes of the Storm because like it's so close. It's still three lane map. It's still so close quarters, and it's like when you compare Cursed Hollow, I guess it kind of like feels a little bit closer to the other MOBAs where there's like those bigger lanes and there's kind of a longer laning phase. But Tomb of the Spider Queen is just like non-stop action, close quarters.
Spider Tomb's a weird one too, because you think it'd be snowbally, and sometimes it even is, because you push out all those lanes, it's hard to get a turn in. But at the same time, we've personally seen some very, very long games there. Some of our longest games have been on Tomb of the Spider Queen.
Yeah, it can be kind of hard to end, but we are just waiting on one player here connecting to the lobby, and we should be good to go in about 5 minutes. Joe Zombie swinging that sword, double kill. Thank you, Joe.
Mod doing a mod thing.
But yeah, thanks everyone for coming out. Should be a pretty interesting series. Yeah, Joe and I actually we did cast Logical Decision, but it was kind of hard to get a read on the team after those matches. A little bit of a meme picks from Off-Brand Cereal. But let me see if I can bring up the standings and take a quick peek-see at where they're at.
I'm excited. I want to see 3 games, but I always do. That's selfish of me, but that's just the way it is.
Greedy
3
for the
games are always
casters,
exciting.
stressful for the players. So looking at the standings here for Div B West, we have Virtual Murky Slayers leading the charge with 15 points, 5 dominations, 10 map wins, 0 map losses. Number 2 spot is going to be going to Logical Decisions with 10 points, 2 dominations, 8 wins. And then Wholesome Halfwits down around the 7th position, 5 points, 1 domination, 4 map wins. So definitely it looks like just based on the standings,
there is a favorite tonight. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of a favorite tonight. But this is Div B, so we should see some pretty good games, very highly skilled players either way. And it does look like we have our final member here connected to the lobby, so we're just moments away from getting into it.
Juicing it up. Gotta get amped. Gotta get amped for these games.
Yeah, I'm excited. Ready when the casters want to start? We are ready. Oh, Joe Zombie's got that new baby rage, baby cry emote. Looking good.
Is that?
That's Bob's firstborn child as an emote.
Me and my son are emotes. That was badass.
Oh, and we got some Logical Decision fans in here. How's it going, Arthana? And then Rio Kai earlier said he likes both teams, so his cheerleading is conflicted.
Well, then you should enjoy the game no matter what.
Yeah.
Or hate it no matter what.
He's stressing out. All right, so it looks like we're just about seconds away from kicking into the draft here. And again, we're going to Infernal Shrines.
All right, Logical Decision with the first ban. Setting the tone with a Genji ban.
Get those Cyberbuns out of here. They're not messing around. No Genji tonight.
No resets, no finishers, no chasing.
Sorry about that, Joe Zom. Calling up for the Genji. And Wholesome Halfwits fires back with a Diablo ban.
Solid ban. Always a solid ban. Strong tank. Hard CC. Point and click.
Not quite as point and clicky as Uther, but at least the overpower is. I do remember when Diablo's charge stun did not. He would bunt the target back and not actually like attach and push with them. It was the very early like alpha Diablo. It's pretty awkward. And then we do see Tyrande getting banned out on the side of Logical Decision.
That healing on the stun. People seem to respect that. Zeratul. This is the last time I said it. The cleave. This map, you're cleaving minions, you're cleaving people in and out. As soon as 7 hits, he only scales with nice in the end game. It's ridiculous.
Great pick for this map, absolutely. Great on those shrines. Handled the camps really well. Handles soak.
Ana.
Also devastating in the background. Meanwhile, yeah, Ana getting picked up from Logical Decisions. Okay.
It almost tells me they have some type of plan if they're going with that. Maybe like a nano boost target or something. I don't know.
Definitely, I'd imagine seeing nano boost coming out. I believe that Eye of Horus is still banned, and we should point out. Okay, that's a pretty good pickup. Looking a little Nexus caddy there.
Have heavy CC, the silence, cocoon.
Halfwits picking up a Nubarak and Stukov.
Sylvanas.
And the Ziltoid on Sylvanas. Okay.
A hard assassin these days.
And we should point out that Chromie and the other rework, Lucio, thank you, Bob, are banned for 2 weeks in NGS, so we will not be seeing them.
The crusade calls.
And then Johanna, okay. Pretty strong front line, good at clumping up those skulls.
I like the Johanna pick. So far, so good. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah.
No, I mean, nothing out of the nuts. Sylvanas is nice on this map because you can really, really push that objective with the Immortal.
Yeah, that's a great point. You can get massive value, try to snowball your opponents a little bit, get those 10s, win that next objective. And third ban going to be Maiev.
Very strong on this map.
From the Halfwits.
Another objective cluster killer that you want to get rid of. Zeratul and Maiev are both. So you can tell that Wholesome Halfwits, they really respect the team fight. I don't know if that's a weakness of theirs or what, but they clearly don't like heavy CC and heavy damage and bald team fights.
Yeah, with that Diablo, Zeratul, Maiev ban, that's a good point, Bob. I do like what they're working with the Nubarak Burrow Charge. If Stukov's ready with that Lurking Arm, that can be a devastating 1-2 punch. And then Jimmy.
Yeah, a little Jimmy ban.
No pepper, only salt here in this first round.
Little Raiders ban. Little Raiders. Ow. They don't want that sustained damage just sitting there while the fight's going on. The longer the fight, the more value Jimmy gets.
Yeah, he's proven to be quite a menace in our leagues. Seeing some bans back and forth. And a little spicy. Speaking of cheerleaders, we got the Kerrigan coming out from Crooked Smile.
Now, if they're pulling this off, this old tactic, where you go Q build with the reset, and then you sit on the minions while everyone else farms his other lanes, that'd be crazy. That's usually something you only see in really high rank games.
Yeah, Kerrigan was a kind of an original menace here, being able to get those Q resets, clean up the objective awful fast, down those skulls. And how logical decision going to respond with a Leoric Jaina pickup.
Solid. Very solid.
Yeah, solid draft.
Entomb, Silencing Arrow, Nano Boost on a Jaina, Ring of Frost. You got everything you need.
Pretty strong draft from Logical Decisions. And we got some shout outs to Bobzombie's tie. Maybe looking a little crispy.
A little crispy tie. Went with the purple and black tonight. For no reason. This is all I own.
Yeah, purple and black. Just the exact colors that match Heroes of the Storm's color theme.
I just have this and tank tops. That's it. and cargo shorts.
And Junkrat, the final pickup here for the Halfwits.
Good soul laner, good poke. Always solid. Blaze is a really good soul laner too. Always has been, always will be. Self-sustain, good clear. Both the teams are deliberate. I mean, they should be. They're in a league, but their drafts are clearly very deliberate, which is nice.
Yeah, I do kind of like that. A Nub Blaze pairing. That's going to provide a lot of CC, a lot of engage. And then Junkrat with a little bit of zone control from his traps and his mines. Kind of, if they can get their set up early on the shrines, could look pretty good for them.
This could be interesting. Kerrigan, the Kerrigan factor changes a lot of things. Kerrigan's one of those heroes where if you can get that strong early game rotation and gank with her, she's really powerful. She's really, really, really strong early game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And she's strong late game, but I mean, her early game, she's almost like a, I don't know what to say, almost like an Abathur type deal. You really want to take the advantage of her when you can. Especially in the early game, because if you start snowballing backwards with a Kerrigan on your team, it's really hard to come back from that. But at the same time, she's also one of those pushers where you get a nice early lead with Kerrigan and just a level or two up, and she's so dominant and painful.
Exactly. When she's in the lead, she's gonna hurt real bad. One combo, and it's gonna take care of Ana, Sylvanas, Jaina. Leoric can get popped pretty quickly. Johanna's Condemn kind of getting in there. Might interrupt things, slow her down. But yeah, let's kick off this first match. We got the Wholesome Halfwits on the blue team with Dr. C Jelly on a Barak, Neutrons playing the Junkrat, Freckle Pants on Stukov, Crooked Smile on that Kerrigan, and G Money Drums on the Blaze.
And on the red team, we got Logical Decision. We got Wono on Ana, Ziltoid on Sylvanas, Snowglare on Jaina, E-Day 15 on Johanna, and Ulysses on Leoric.
Alright, this is Div B West, and thank you guys once again, everyone in the chat, for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the show here. I know we're having fun. So let's see how this shakes out.
Already straight to the mid, 5 mid, standard. No matter what, you gotta get 5 mid. That's just the way it is.
Yeah, not too many questing talents gonna get picked up. Maybe some
B-stepping from Ziltoid.
Oh my god,
the silver balls on
that. Did I mark this 18+? I don't think I did. It looks like Ulysses going up on Leoric to split off, soak that top lane. Not too much of a scuffle here. Both teams grabbing that first minion wave. Moving on down to the bottom, going for a double rotation.
There it is, that Kerrigan. You gotta take advantage of that Kerrigan early. They know that. Jaina getting some decent poke.
Soft poke from Jaina. Oh, cheeky play, perhaps. How's it going, Bear? Best loser. Thank you for joining us tonight, Pig General. How about that? We would kick it into the in-game overlay. As much as you'd like to see our crispy ties the whole stream, we'd have to maybe charge for that one.
It's
so
too
we're just
distracting.
It's too distracting. Yeah, we want you guys to focus on this game, not our ties.
My shirt's off right now.
Yeah, I've never seen someone take off their shirt that fast.
Just squeeze the buttons off.
A quick peek at the top lane here. Looks like Blaze kind of taking a lot of pressure from the Leoric. Already using a well. Already kind of getting pushed back, so he's going to have to play a little safer there. Yep. Halfwits did pick up that camp, now pushing in.
Johanna waiting in the bush. Dr. C Jelly spots it, scurries him off. Still skirmishing mid. Bottom lane soaked from Kerrigan as both teams tussle.
Little tussle going on indeed, Bob. Both teams about to pick up their fourth at the same time. Hey, thank you, John Knight, for that follow. Much appreciated, dude. And yeah, I kind of worry for this Blaze a little bit here. I'm noticing his health bar looking awful low. He's already tapped. The 4s are coming online.
Halfwits being very aggressive. They were peeking into that territory by the camp. It's almost like they want to interrupt it.
Yeah, they're postured for an invade here. Meanwhile, up top lane, solo laner's getting awful low, going toe to toe, but none fall. And G Money Drum's gonna be backing out.
Might miss a wave on that one. He might be able to get back. Nope. Tower's
Yeah, full wave of soak going down there. Logical Decisions do pick up their consort camps. Meanwhile, Halfwits looking to take this bottom siege. And yeah, we move into this first Infernal Shrine phase here, Bob. Game 1, Division B West.
Wholesome moving in on the point. Tied up on minions. Leoric poking a little bit.
Yeah, Blaze just kind of trying to clear out that last Khazar, and looks like tanks
Hard
are going
engage
in.
with Kerrigan.
Big stun coming out from Dr. Siegel, and ooh,
Sylvanas cannot get away. She gets decimated.
Ulysses might be the next target to fall here, although he's Spooky Ghost getting out of there. See you later.
Wholesome Halfwits really taking advantage of that early game Kerrigan CC.
Indeed, Bob.
They know they're up 5-4. They're all looking healthy.
Meanwhile, then looks like Logical Decision boys are looking to maybe give up this objective, go out and clear, get some more soak going on.
Alright, Punisher is out, pushing down that middle lane. They're going to be looking for some towers. Wall.
Yeah, and they do have a really nice follow-up of John Cena with a followed up by the Nebarak Burrow, and the Kerrigan flying in with the Stukov Silence could be devastating. But just the first Punisher here, not going to do too much. Maybe get the wall, move on.
Blue team's Punisher has fallen.
So good defense coming out from Logical.
Wholesome moving down. Maybe filling out that bottom wall. They're not sure how many Logical members are down here now.
Yeah,
but they're still staying on the wall.
They only see the 2. And here comes Ana rotating in.
Picking up that tower.
Picking up a tower.
And trying to scurry out before they engage. Good job on them.
Meanwhile, some solo lanes up top. Yeah, Leoric's definitely dominating this solo lane here. G Money Drums.
He's strong. Leoric's strong up there.
Awful risky.
Leoric's a really good solo laner against tanks. Really good.
Uh-oh, this is so close to a kill.
Whoa.
290 HP. Whoa. Blaze almost got smoked.
He was running. Really had a fire in his ass.
Alrighty, now back in the mid lane here. Let's check out some talents. Anything jumping out at you for Bob?
I haven't been paying attention. I got a
Junkrat's sitting at 19 stacks.
little grenade build on Ana.
But definitely the standard pick since her rework.
Whoa.
Those talents are just too strong not to get. Meanwhile,
Top
Ide
lane.
looking awful low. We missed a kill top lane as Leoric does smoke that Blaze.
Little poke back and forth bottom. Meanwhile, though, Logical Decision with the triple lane soak. Well on their way to level 10.
Triple lane soak, almost level 10. Leoric is going to shove another wave of minions in. That is going to be missed from the Halfwits. Although they're picking up that bottom camp. Nice little XP boost there.
We got some Wholesome fans in chat rooting for the underdog.
Yeah, Wholesome is, what did I say? They're currently the number 7th position in this Div B West standings. Going up against seed number 2, Logical Decision.
That's a pretty heavy favor. So if Wholesome can pull anything out, it'd be really exciting.
Yeah, but shoutouts to NGS and the amazing job that they've done placing these teams this season. The matches feel so good across most of the leagues. Anything can happen.
Both bruisers being picked up right now, as they know the next objective will be spawning shortly. And there it is.
A little bit of a delay from Ulysses. I like this play. Wait till the very last second.
Getting scary. Level 10s are here.
Level 10s are online. We do see Nano Boost coming out from Ana. Silencing Arrow on the Sylvanas. Water Elemental from Jaina. Blessed Shield, then Leoric's holding the pick.
Alright, both teams making their way down. It's tense.
We do see Cocoon coming out.
Ultimates
Cocoon,
are locked and
Maelstrom,
loaded.
Flailing Swipe, Riptire, and then the Bunker Drop. And here we go. We might have a team fight here. Johanna moving in, awful aggressive.
Big 5-man blind, big 4-man pull.
No ults blown yet.
Both teams poking, waiting for the opportunity to counter-strike. Johanna in deep runs back.
Big heal grenade comes out from Ana. Doesn't cancel too much, though. The Silencing Arrow does go out.
Silencing Arrow. Meanwhile, Junkrat caught with a stun, gets pulled in, gets low, gets blown up!
Oh my gosh.
Woo!
Frozen.
Didn't mean to yell, I gotta say.
There's that. Water Elemental just providing a little bit of zonage. We're trying to catch up in skulls here. At this point, it's looking pretty tough for the Halfwits to contest. One man down, and Kerrigan, meanwhile, looking
Big
awful
combo.
close.
Pulled
But the
in.
silence from Stukov is huge.
Beautiful silence.
The bunker goes down. It could just be enough to save his life. And the Cocoon coming out on Ana was also clutch there.
Logical decision, keeping their composure.
That was a great turnaround from the Halfwits. One man down with the Stukov silence and the Kerrigan combo.
They kept their cool. They waited for that perfect opportunity, and they struck for massive damage for sure.
Massive damage and a John Cena coming down this bottom lane here. They do have a Shaman Camp pushing in. It's getting some value for decision, so...
That was straight Sekiro style.
We would need Ariel in this game to make it really Sekiro. Rising up a Genji, perhaps.
Die twice. Genji die twice.
But here we go. They're picking up some periodics. Nothing in life gets you more excited than periodic catapults, ladies and gentlemen.
Super healthy John Cena. Marching down the bottom lane.
Mortar Punisher going to be moving in, going to be leaping over the wall. They might try something. They have that wall down.
Kerrigan caught out a stun, gets blinded, gets blown up and decimated.
Big Honor Grenade coming out, canceling that healing, securing that Kerrigan kill. They can no longer do that threaten follow up with the Punisher.
Wall's getting chipped, 3 to 4 on the bottom. Manoob getting slowed, getting blinded. He gets out of there.
Freckle Pants with a big flailing swipe, and they're going to be walking out of this one.
Great zoning by Freckle Pants.
Meanwhile, both solo laners off, soaking a lane, and ooh, a cheeky Arthana, cheeky play coming in here from Wholesome Halfwits. This is going to be enough. They're racing down this camp. Uh-oh, it's spotted. The Entome comes out. They're leaving. They're backing.
Lost the camp. More importantly, they lost the XP for it. However, no one died. Good disengage.
Definitely a good disengage. They were just seconds away from securing that.
Meanwhile, Logical smells blood, moves in.
Sleep coming out on Number Rock. He's slowed. He has the healing grenade cancel, and he does burrow out. Sylvanas getting pulled in. Kerrigan going hard, but not securing a kill. She gets blasted away.
Kerrigan did pop her out there.
Chrysalis on the Kerrigan.
Big silence, big
silence.
stun.
There's that enough combo I was talking about. Oh, with a Riptire. It's huge. It takes out Wono.
Great comboing by Wholesome.
That clutch bunker does save G-Money Drums.
Zor gets stuck, gets locked down, he gets slowed, and he gets melted.
And another one. Wholesome Halfwits walking away with a 2-0 in their favor.
Ulysses getting cremated in a little revenge by Blaze.
So far, Halfwit's pretty in control of this map. Definitely not over yet. Only one fort has fallen. And both teams are dead even in experience, so... And only 5 to 3 kills.
They're doing a good job. I'm a little worried about Logical Decisions level 20 power spike if they get there. Just because of the Undying on Johanna. Leoric always has good 20s.
Yeah, the Leoric silence buried alive can be devastating.
Jaina can straight up double her burst damage.
BJ, ow.
20.
Too deep coming out from the chat. A little too deep there, indeed.
Meanwhile, Top Bruiser gets picked up by Wholesome Halfwits. Both teams poking prod and feeling it out, waiting for the next objective. It's basically a race to 16 right now.
Junkrat sitting on only 46 stats for Taste for Explosion, so kind of a hard quest to stack up here. But as we get into late game, that's going to be doing some serious damage. And we do see 4 members from the Halfwits up top, and just about 5 members. Sylvanas maybe looking for a flank.
Blaze scooting up from the bottom.
Uh-oh, Dr. Cell, but he burrows out.
A shrine gathers power. You will take it for me.
Well, Spooky Arm goes out, but does not connect. And, interesting Riptire, maybe a misclick there from Neutrons. Hate to see that. If you're a Halfwits fan, but
Noob gets stunned. The silence.
The Noob does fall. Logical decision. Looking awful pretty for this next Shrine phase.
Devastating with that 30-second respawn timer. That's devastating right there.
Yeah, I'm still wondering about that Riptire. Obviously, it's just gotta have been a misclick. It all happens.
I think it was, because he likes to combo that with a Kerrigan combo.
And,
Yep, they're split and soaking, which meaning they're basically giving up top right now.
They do have that 16 lead, but not for long. The 16 talents are coming online. Junkrat with that Ripper Air able to really move around the map. And we see 4 members from Halfwits here for the defense.
Yep, Blaze middle. Out comes a fresh and healthy big old John Cena, roided out.
They should be awful careful here with this Punisher. He does leap in. They might try to follow up. Ulysses in place for maybe an Entome, but he does not pull the trigger just yet. They're just going to use that Sylvanas trait to disable that fort.
Ooh, this is getting scary.
And maybe moving in for a keep. Blaze still meanwhile in the bottom lane. Looks like logical decisions committing to a keep here. Blaze is back in the mix.
5-man defense, halfway health, John Cena.
All players doing a nice job of avoiding that frozen Punisher. Uh oh, Junkrat does get jumped. Johanna's on him. He's going to walk away. He's got that peel from Kerrigan. They're just really trying to chip away at that Punisher.
Logical decision, making the smart choice not to go all in. They know one well-placed Kerrigan combo can annihilate their team.
And the Stukov silences have been on point tonight.
Yes. They know one wrong step forward, and they can lose half their team before they even know what's going on. The stun and the silence follow-up is no joke. It's legit.
So, near dead even on these structures here. Some nice fort damage, keep damage done. It wasn't quite enough. Both teams take their concert camps in the middle lane.
Great anchoring by Johanna. Meanwhile, Noob going in heavy, uses his burrows and engage.
Silencing Arrow does come out from Sylvanas. Crystallis from Kerrigan coming out. A Number Rock awful close. The Cocoon was not enough.
And he goes down.
Junkrat doing a good job zoning out that Stim Drone Sylvanas. But it's going to be two kills
Kerrigan
down.
drops. Ooh, and the Entomb on Blaze.
Coming out. Blaze might fall as well. Good silence is going to save him. Ooh, the bunkers are also on point tonight.
Stukov, though, getting slowed. Slowed again.
Some good peel from Blaze. And oh, E-Day almost gets knocked over that wall by Junkrat. Yeah, I just want to shout out that Junkrat play. Sylvanas with the Stim Drone got blasted out of that battle. Couldn't get too much value. But unfortunately, Kerrigan and Nub did fall. It's two for nothing trade. And uh-oh, Junkrat, meanwhile, blasts himself out of place. Neutrons.
Oh, a fatality in the air as his deadless little Australian corpse goes flying across the map. Junkrat, more like Junk Splat.
There we go.
You can take that to the bank.
I'm going to write that one down. Just give me 1 second, folks. I got to get that in my dank meme supply.
Bottom keep falls. Bottom well falls.
Just the fort, but they are moving maybe towards the keep. They're trying to escort in this these Khazar camps. And is that a Sylvanas like mercenary empowerment?
That's probably
Mercenary Queen?
Yeah, it's probably Merc Lord or Mercenary Queen.
So she does buff up those mercenaries' damage by 30%.
That's all damage, even the enemy heroes.
So they're able to just get that front wall. They're going to call it. They're going to back out of that.
Both teams cleaning up. Looks like logical decision will reach 20s first, which is going to be rough for this middle fight.
20. That's what they're looking to do. Leoric's going off to soak. They're going to be picking up their bruiser camp, trying to get that 20, trying to secure this shrine.
Wholesome might be very aggressive here to try to beat them to a fight before they're 20. I don't know if it's going to happen because they're picking up the...
At this point, it's going to be too late. They're going to secure their 20s any moment now. This is, all of a sudden, a little bad news for the Halfwits here.
It is, but anything's possible. Like I said, one Kerrigan combo can turn anything around. Meanwhile, level 20s for Logical.
They're coming online. We do see the Indestructible, of course. The Buried Alive comes out from Leoric. Withering Barrage, Dynamic Optics.
Buried Alive. Entomb now silences. That's
And
that's a really good level 20 upgrade. That's
Wintermute from Jaina, the Water Elemental upgrade, which
yep, doubles her damage.
fun fact, in the Cyberpunk event we have going on, I believe that talent is in reference to William Gibson's Cyberpunk classic, Neuromancer.
Wow, that's a nice fat Kerrigan in the bottom, caught out.
Meanwhile, Kerrigan popping the Crystallis. It's not going to be enough. Crooked Smiles is going to fall. The Healing Grenade cancel. No heals for you.
They knew they were down there doing stuff. Ooh, a double kill. And they had no reason not to rotate. Up in the tier. They already have 31 kills out of 40 secured.
They might be delaying this or just trying to finish it off here. See what they're going to do using Sylvanas' trait to disable those towers. Ziltoid looking awful low, but without Kerrigan, without a nub, it's going to be hard to pick up anything here for the Halfwits.
Yeah, this is going to be a devastating push. This is an almost guaranteed keep. At this point in the game, it's probably a keep. Could possibly even be game if they stagger.
We do have some nice pressure from the Halfwits in top lane and bottom lane. There is one catapult stacking up.
If Wholesome staggers here, this could easily be over.
Yes, they need to buy their team about 5 more seconds here for a nub and Kerrigan to be both back online. The Punisher does go in. Johanna's close to follow. Just does have that Blessed Shield online. Leoric has that Entomb that could be devastating here.
They got double silence now. So whoever they catch can't do anything.
That's a good point. That's Sylvanas Withering Arrow plus the Leoric Entomb. Halfwits are all online. Trying to burn that down.
Is Logical going to go in, or are they pulling out?
Kerrigan combo just went out.
They want it.
Here goes Ulysses.
They
Ulysses
want to
moving
kill.
in. Just with the spooky ghost talent, reducing damage done. And there it is. A huge Buried Alive.
With the John Cena stun.
Capping 2. And it's a 2-for-1. Leoric does fall. But meanwhile, Halfwits looking awful good here, trying to secure more than 2 kills.
Logical Decision low, has to retreat. Meanwhile, Day 15 is going to pop his Indestructible.
Kerrigan is on the back line, trying to stay attached, and oh my gosh,
a noob
Leoric
with
goes
the
in.
heavy stun.
But Jaina does secure that Kerrigan kill, and oh no! A nub falls as well.
Amazing cutting by Logical on the way out there.
Oh, little turn and burn scenario we had going on there. It's a 2-for-3 all of a sudden. Logical's on the move back in.
Little zoning from Freckle Pants there. Leoric, though, back any second.
And there he is. There's the power of Leoric, ladies and gentlemen. He's ready to join the fight.
That was a quick respawn. Leoric died around the same time as Junkrat. He basically knocked off 13 seconds.
Looks like they might still try to end here. 3 members still down. It's probably going to be enough.
Yeah, right now, Wholesome doesn't have the damage to combat this at all. Junkrat comes in. No burst, but poke. Riptire comes out.
Ziltoid doing a nice job. Banshing Whale, Banshing Cry, jumping away.
Logical Decision is going to focus the core at this point, and the game
And they
won.
secure. Game 1.
Whew.
Wowee. What a match.
Whew.
Definitely 2 very capable teams here.
Without a doubt.
Saw some good pressure from the Halfwits, some really good fights. They had really control over that early and mid game. So game 1's going to Logical.
Halfwits had a strong early game with the Kerrigan. They took advantage of it. That mid game, the alts basically changed a lot of what happened. They also had I don't want to call them poor rotations, but they got caught out sometimes. Maybe they didn't scout as well as they should, or they underestimated.
Yeah, definitely.
How the other team was rotating.
Kind of getting picked off a few times. And I believe Junkrat as well. But he did put out quite a bit of damage. Junkrat sitting at 74k that map. Sylvanas, though, with 53k, followed up by Jaina with 40. So if you were, so Bob, if you were the Halfwits here, what's your ban strategy going into this next map? What's, we do have to wait and see what it's gonna be, but anything stand out there?
Probably control from the silences and burst damage. They seem to be very comfortable with that. Also, I don't know if their support plays Ana a lot, but Ana would be a decent ban as well. Just from the nano boost, always boosting. And then her heals were on point too. And her sleeps were good. So like their support was clearly very, very strong.
It'll be interesting to see if we see Sylvanas banned out here. Not an especially common hero, I'd say, but she's a little bit of a sleeper right now.
She's definitely a sleeper. The thing is, she does damage. She does a lot of damage. And she has more than one viable build. She basically has she has 3 decent builds. She's got a solid Q build, she's got an auto attack build, and she has the Festering Wounds Infinite Quest on your W build.
Okay.
And all 3 of those builds are very viable, and they're very high damage, and they're all good in different situations. She's definitely a sleeper assassin. If she gets protected, she's heavy, 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 heavy damage. She also has a form of Giant Killer, too, with % health damage. So if she can sit on a tank, she can really take it down. So she really has to be addressed in every team fight, which wasn't the case back in the day. Her scaling endgame prior to her rework wasn't that good. But now she's a legit assassin. She just is undeniable.
Yeah, they definitely kind of turned her away from that kind of lane push, disable the structures. They really limited her. Slowly, they kind of chipped away at that. And now it's not too much time that she's able to turn off the structures, but they did give her quite a bit of damage and some burst.
It is a short time, but it's such a force multiplier with your objective, and it scales with the leveling. Because I mean, I don't know the exact numbers, but let's say you disable for 15 seconds, a 15-second low-level Punishers, whatever, 15-second disable on a level 20 Punishers, it's a whole nother world.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of value they got from that, I would say. And yeah, that the Leoric Buried Alive and the Sylvanas Silencing era was quite devastating.
Buried Alive is really good. It's one of the used to not see it that much, but it's become really popular because it's definitely one of the reasons you pick Leoric now, is because that makes the endgame so strong.
So we do have this lobby opened up for the next match here.
I gotta join in.
And we're going to be going to Volskaya Foundry.
A good one. Good map. Real good map. It's actually a lot like Infernal Shrines. You got your 3 lanes, you got the objective, and instead of a Punisher, you got a mech warrior.
Looks like they're not quite ready yet, so we'll kick back over into here. Yeah, Bob did have to put his shirt back on for the game here. He also tied up that tie. Extra crispy for you guys.
This is just paint. I just painted it black.
Yeah, Bob is in full body paint right now. But once again, shout out to you guys. Thanks for joining us here. And
that was a good game. Even I mean they're ranked 7th. So the fact they did that well that early was very, I don't want to say surprising, because I don't want to underrate them, but they did great.
Yeah, they showed some aggression. They showed some really good team fighting. A lot of those fights, Logic was barely walking away in the lead. And yeah, that one shrine fight where they were down a player. It was
the shrines after that. I know there's at least 2 where they lost members early before a big engagement, which is just devastating because it's so quick to clear that objective, no matter who you have. You have 5 people on it, you just clear that objective so quick. And I mean, that map has one of the strongest objectives in the game. The frickin' Punisher's notorious for just, there's times where the Punisher kills people by himself. They get caught wrong. Even at high level, it just happens. If you're at half health on Assassin, you can just you're trying to bait him over. You get 1 stun, you can just get killed. It's just the way it is.
All right, we do have confirmation from our players that we are ready for this next match. Volskaya Foundry. It's going to be what we're heading into.
I love the draft. Draft's one of my favorite parts.
So let's kick it into that draft overlay for Bob. We did see Logical pick up that first game, but anything can happen.
Probably a Zeratul ban if they're gonna this is another good Zeratul map. Zeratul's just strong in general. If you have a good Zeratul player, it's almost a carry. even at high levels, like a good Zeratil's a good
He's
Zeratil.
definitely I would say one of the strongest kind of cleanup style assassins right now, that, such that he brings really good lane clear, good PvE abilities whether you're doing mercenaries or kind of a map like Infernal Shrines.
Interesting. Sylvanas ban biological.
Wow. That threw me for a loop.
There it is, Zeratil ban. Could
be a targeted ban. Don't have too much scouting information on these teams. But yeah, she's a little bit of a sleeper hero, but lately she's been popping up in more and more games, and we're starting to see the power of Sylvanas.
Uther ban. What do you think of that?
You know, I've seen a couple games I casted last week. I did see Uther
you might
getting
see a
banned out.
Genji or some type of high mobility character. You may.
Something like Genji or a Tracer.
Because Uther's a great counter for high mobility. He really is. Just because if anyone dives back line, he has double stun.
Yeah, and I think we did see, I believe we saw Medivh.
Anna checking in.
Anna, I was talking about it. You asked me who I thought they should ban, and I'm like, I don't know if their support plays Anna exclusively, but it's a really good Anna.
Yeah, Anna's sitting really pretty after her rework. Those W talents are so effective.
This is a real tie. It's a half wins or not, by the way.
We'll half wins are for y'all tonight.
Diablo ban. Zeratil Diablo. Taking up the Rainer.
We did see him getting banned out in the first round here, but Jimmy.
I like the Tyrande pick. I like Rainer Tyrande. Nothing wrong with it. Solid base. Old school vibes.
Yeah, two very early alpha heroes here coming in to this very much alive game. And the next two picks up from Logical. Johanna Jaina, no reason. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. No reason to change it. Looking to get most of the same draft here. Let's see how they respond with the ban.
Yep, they got strong heroes that aren't exactly major meta threats, and they get them through. They get them through. Solid technique. You know meta or certain heroes are gonna be banned. Don't play them. Just practice other heroes. And Logical Decision is a good example of that. They don't want to mess with that Leoric, which I don't
like
blame
it. I like it.
The Buried Alive at 20 is just insane, and he's such a strong solo laner.
So also did pretty good at chipping away at that Blaze's health pool.
A noob ban. A noob
Okay.
locked him down. Those early game kills was Kerrigan and a noob, so.
Yeah, and not to mention those Stukov silences. I don't think we're gonna see a double support here, but ended up going with the Tyrande instead. Some Kel'Thas.
I like the Kalthos.
Kel'Thas coming out. Living Bomb's always super effective on this map, and oh my goodness, Imperious, there he is. Looking pretty.
He's a sleeper soul laner, for sure. You do the percent damage at level 1, and he just adds up damage all game. He's really good at poking Johanna, too. When the tanks are up front poking each other, he can chip away hard.
Yeah, he brings the damage, he brings the CC. Great solo laner. Lots of health, awful tanky. So G-Money drums.
He gets the shield for the ult. Helps against Jaina. It's a good pick.
Final two picks here.
Hanzo and Arthas.
Hanzo Arthas. Strong draft. Strong draft from Logical.
Very strong draft.
Seems like they got what they wanted. Seems like they're happy with all their picks. Nothing felt a little out of place.
Now, Wholesome will probably pick up a tank here, but we're not sure. Most likely pick up a tank.
Chat praying for Gazlo. Don't think it's gonna happen. Get ready for the baby rages. As we see Stitches. Chef Stitches. Interesting. Kind of uncertain on Stitches right now.
Yep, as long as you don't hook Arthas.
Yeah, hooking Arthas would be quite bad. I imagine we're gonna see the poop cloud ult, whatever it's called, coming out over Gorge. Which generally with Stitches, I like to go for the Gorge playstyle. I think since they nerfed his range, On the hook, it's not as effective unless you take the fishing hook around 16, I believe. But the Putrid Bile, that's what it's called. Putrid Bile could be pretty effective on this map, especially on that third control point, using those treadmills to boost yourself around, spread that poop, slow down the enemy team.
I'm a fan of Putrid Bile. I like Putrid Bile.
It's a good ult. It's definitely a great ult.
And it gets better with endgame. Gorge is nice, but I mean, I don't want to call it cheesy, but there's a lot of opportunities where Gorge doesn't even help you.
Exactly. Let's kick it into our in-game overlay here. Game 2, Volskaya Foundry, Wholesome Halfwits. We're up on the blue side. We got Neutrons and the Jimmy. Wait, Jimmy Neutrons? Hold up. Maybe a main here. G-Money Drums playing that Imperious Doctor. C-Gel on the Stitches. Freckle Pants on the Tyrande. And Crooked Smile on the Kalthas.
And on the right red side, we have Logical Decision. We got Wono on Ana. Ide 15 on Johanna. Snowglare on Jaina. Ulysses on Arthas. And Ziltoid on Hanzo.
Take a look at some talents. And oh, hold on. Convection, Kalthas.
Convection is out. Here we go.
I'm sorry, is this quick match? We do see Q build coming up from Hanzo, target practice there.
Solid build.
And then Eternal Hunger with Arthas, the Frostmourne Hungers tonight. Little scuffle in the mid, nothing really happens here. Johanna maybe stopping a counter rotation. Kalthas stacking away that convection.
Hook goes out. A big swing and a miss.
You like those memes, Pig General? Keep it up.
Big convection stacks.
Stacking away already at 4 out of 20.
20% done. I think. I don't know. I just said that.
So like, damn, Bob pulling out some...
I'm the opposite
quick,
of Rain
quick
Man.
math. Quick maths.
I am the opposite of Rain Man. 4 out of 20, 20%. I don't know.
Moving on here, not too much happening. Arthas stacking up. Logical Decision picking up their fortification camp nice and early. That's how I like to see it done. Jimmy Neutrons poking away at this turret, getting some help with G-Money.
Beautiful body blocks up top. Stitches basically got caught out and was getting body blocked by Johanna, but he escaped. Very good body blocks by Ide 15.
Hey, Colby McWelby, welcome, dude. We're in the second game here. Div B West, Logical Decisions versus Wholesome Halfwits. So a really nice round from both teams in that first map, Infernal Shrines. Logical is sitting at number 2, the 2 seed for Div B West. And the Halfwits are down around 5, a little bit of underdogs, but they've definitely showed us some power tonight. Hope you're doing good, my friend. Here we go. We got the control point starting up here in 20 seconds.
More Q build from Hanzo. One of the best minion clears. Really good. Damages heroes, too.
Halfwits maybe moving down for a potential... Just controlling the zone early. Arthas and Imperius kind of fighting off here. It's a little standoff. I do like this delayed camp clear from Logical. They are going to surrender the first couple percentages to Halfwits. I do like being here first. It forces the other team. The percentage will be ticking up until all players leave. But meanwhile, up in the top, they're trying to go for a support camp, but Halfwits sniff it out, and they're moving in. Big hook on Jaina. Hook from the void.
Good pullback by Johanna.
Ide falling awful low. Jimmy Neutrons taking some poking. Oh, G-Money.
Stitches getting low, and they can smell it.
Great play from the Halfwits. Catching on to that support camp, taking it away.
This Hanzo damage is just going to skyrocket. It's just going to be preposterous by the end of the game.
Bob's fanboying over the Hanzo. He's not wrong here. Hanzo definitely a very high skill ceiling. Meanwhile, Stitches falling awful low. The healing grenade comes out and cancels any healing he's gonna receive. Stitches does fall first. Ulysses falling awful low, but he's gonna back out here.
And his cold corpse gets sent to the morgue.
The morgue for that Stitches, that Pudge.
Big Tyranisan, he did 15 getting
Nice G Money looking for a kill and then picks it up. Living Bomb's going out super effective. Jimmy dropping some pepper in the back line.
Johanna
1, 2,
drops.
3
Jaina
kills.
drops.
That was a 4-for-1 trade, Bob.
What's Convection at?
Convection?
I need an update.
12 out of 20.
12 out of 20. That's like 900% done.
Just about 900% complete with that Convection. Kalthas is going to be coming online any moment now.
And, yup, Camp top lane. Oh, man, Wholesome. Wholesome with the early game. I want a game 3 so bad. I don't know about you, but
I'm craving a game 3, Bob. We might have to check the caster schedule if we don't.
I'm straight up hard as fuck for a game 3.
Alright, watch. Well,
Oh, I just got tapped on the shoulder by some executive. Weird.
I'm losing connection to the stream. I think we're being shut down.
Meanwhile, up top.
Up top, let's take it up there. And, do like this play from Halfwits, going for that top well. We know that objective is guaranteed to spawn top. They'll have a nice advantage if they can get that thing down. You do see Imperious Arthas in the bottom here.
Straight to the top lane.
Uh-oh, meanwhile, Jaina might be a kill target. She's going to back away safely.
The main objective here is the Moonwell.
Indeed it is.
And they get it. Smart.
Pick up that Moonwell, probably trying to... I'd like to see more of the Gunner use the ammo. He's sitting at full ammo right now, which is a very heavy siege ability, so that Jimmy Neutrons should really be pressing that W, in my opinion.
Zeltoid, getting low. Getting in the 100 health range.
He is Hanzo. He's an Overwatch character.
He got healed and he went back, though. Both teams rotating. Race to 10. Wholesome with that level lead.
Let's see what they can do with it here, Bob, as they're going to pick up 10 any moment now. Almost a full level lead over the logical decision.
Wholesome's biggest mistake seems to be getting caught. So if they can just play it cool, not get too excited.
Work on their positioning here. Going to be moving up just to shove out top. Kalthas, meanwhile, sitting at 16 stacks, ever so close.
Wow, he's 10,000% almost done.
Just about there, and I don't like this positioning here. Oh, okay. They're going to be moving around.
Pushing up top heavy.
They do have 2 turrets. They're looking to take this. They're pressing their 10s, actually.
They're getting aggressive with 10s. Is the question. Too aggressive, though.
They do have those turrets, Dr. Siegel. Oh, a big... Hyperion does go out. Battle cruiser operational. And they do burn 1 turret, but it looks like they're going to be walking away with some periodic catapults.
Did the game just say that? Oh, that was you.
That was me, Bob.
Oh, my God. Oh. Whew. Stitches want to play. That was me.
I have to turn down my game sound. It looks like Stitches is off the chain here. Might be a little too risky going for the support camp. I don't like it. We did see all the alts come online for logical decision. They're going to be moving in, contesting this camp.
They have 10. 1 alt goes out.
Jimmy, maybe out of place here.
Big convection.
Trying to back away. Oh, a big Imperious stun coming out. Stitches the back line with
it's Wombo territory.
All of a sudden,
1.
The Halfwits.
2 go down. Convection is complete. Wholesome looks like a whole nother team right now.
Wholesome is definitely not shook by that game 1.
6-1 kills, Mark.
Even though they're that fifth standing in Div B West here, we know
7th.
7th standing
against the second.
Against the second seed. We know these are strong teams. Heroes of the Storm. Such a fantastic game to watch.
And the giant balls on Wholesome as they move in.
Moving in, pressing every last little lead they got.
They definitely have knee problems.
Arthanaut, thank you so much for the clips. We do appreciate those around here.
Stitches, bottom lane, sucking up that experience.
Slamming away. Dropping minions left and right.
Taking advantage of that slam poop. I think that's the tooltip. Slam poop.
Meanwhile, we've got the...
It's not vile poison, it's slam poop.
Let me just look that. Oh, yep, there it is.
Is it vile poison?
Vile gas. So we do have Convection online for Kalthas. So, profit.
terminal online.
Man, I really hope Wholesome can
This is
just-
an interesting play, taking this turret. They do not have a player to pick this up. When are they going to realize that?
Jimmy Neutron.
Jimmy
Grab-
Neutron trying to get 2. I don't think it works like that. They're going to be leaving it for right
Alright,
now.
now this is where Wholesome's weakness
G-Money Drums moving down to get that turret camp.
tended to show. The pre-objective stagger. That was literally like the one thing they did wrong last game that really hurt them. And I think they're kind of learning from it now. Arthas bottom lane,
Interesting.
and Wholesome can see that.
Yeah,
so they're
interesting
moving
sending
up.
Arthas down there. I wonder what the call is on that.
I don't know if they respect the 13s that much. Or maybe they're
Oh,
hoping
that's
they'll
a very good
overextend.
point. It's very likely that 13 advantage. They should be channeling this objective. I don't... Meanwhile, Blaze and Imperius going off to soak.
Wholesome with a strange split. 2 mid.
Yeah, I definitely don't like how these teams
Hopefully
are split here. It's...
they don't get too greedy.
Root goes out, does not connect. Crooked Smile sitting pretty.
Is Logical Decision gonna press before 13?
Looks like they're just trying to wait that out. Stitch is doing a nice job anchoring for his team here.
I bet Logical's comms are going crazy right now.
Imperius rotating down to catch one wave of experience. I don't know if it's worth it, but he's going to be back up in time. It looks like Logical is going to surrender that objective. It's moving over to the Halfwits.
Wow. This, look at that. This could be a keep, Mark.
This could be a keep, Bob. Indeed, they did pick up that first fort. Let's see where they're going to take it.
A 10-minute objective. This could be a keep.
Blue team has taken control.
Looks
of the
like
protector.
they're going for it.
All I see is a game 3 marching down that lane right now. It's looking good. Wholesome Halfwits have to keep their composure, and they're doing a good job of it so far.
I'd really like to see him use those bullet charges there. There we go. They're coming down. And I'd like to see some turret potential play. Committing a turret to this wouldn't be bad. Jimmy pops out, drops the Hyperion, goes back in.
Beautiful micro.
Very nice micro indeed, Bob.
They want this. Those catapults. Oh, who doesn't want catapults? Man.
Yeah, nothing gets me more excited. Well, I was gonna say than periodics, but oh, meanwhile, Hanzo's arrow comes out. Big stun connecting. Healing pulse goes down. Stitch is in the backline, dropping a lot of poop.
Johanna getting low. Kel'Thas secures a
Arthas
kill.
recovers the
Johanna
ball.
goes down.
Convection, worth, baby. Here it goes. Ziltoid might be falling next. A living bomb is gonna connect, and it's gonna get a kill, Bob.
Woo.
Red team
16.
under attack.
They're deciding to leave.
16 advantage, grabbing that keep, walking away nice here. Oh, just a little bit of salt and pepper on the wound as they take this siege camp. Shoutouts to Amanda Pandemonia, official girlfriend of Mark Zombie, the caster.
What do you think about them leaving right there, Mark?
I think it's the right call. 100%.
I do too. I do too.
Yeah, there's no way they could possibly core this early in the game.
In
They
my
don't have
younger
any other
days,
else.
I'd be like, core, let's do it. But you know, it just doesn't work out.
Yeah, we're seasoned here as the Storm players, sitting at it. We've been playing since the Tech Alpha.
Here's the thing: it's 9-1, which means, and the level difference between Logical and Wholesome right now. If Logical gets a kill, they're gonna power level themselves. Every kill's gonna give them so much experience now.
Just want to point out the top level. I don't know if it's memery, but we've got Logical versus Halfwits.
Oh,
Little English, little literature, literature action going on
an
there.
almost perfect juxtaposition.
Almost perfect juxtaposition indeed, Bob. Let's see if they can sustain this lead.
Wholesome just looking good. It's incredible. That Kel'Thas is really juicing. That's a juicing Kel'Thas. Raynor with the heavy sustained damage, but Kel'Thas just spreading and poking hard.
Gonna be delaying this cap, waiting for Jimmy Neutrons to pick it up here.
Logical feels miles away from the
Hanzo
16.
arrow swinging on by, threading the needle, field goal situation
Big
going on.
swing and a miss.
Big swing and a miss. Better get that aimbot checked out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the 7th seat, Halfwits, versus the 2nd seat, Logical Decision.
Yeah, definitely an impressing performance by both teams here. I'm very excited to see the Halfwits making a comeback. I know we got a lot of Logical Decisions fans in the chat.
Wholesome work in the middle, always aiming for that moonwell. It's huge on this map.
The players and the fans, you want to see that 2-0. You want to root for your team as the casters. We're greedy. We want more. We want a game 3.
Now, this is real rough for Logical. They are picking up 16s. However, no Moonwell in the bottom. So if they go for an engage, they really need to get the kills, and they know that.
No Moonwell on the bottom. Punisher spawning in the bottom lane here.
So they're not going to want to sit there and try to poke with this team. You might see a heavy engage from Logical as soon as they know they can make it. Big, long hook comes out.
Hook from the void. Does
Hook
not
from
connect.
the nethers.
Meanwhile, he's in awful crazy positioning
And
here.
here
He's
it
moving
is.
away.
Heavy engage. They know they need it. They're going to run on in.
Using that treadmill, losing a little bit of weight. Scooting out.
Straight onto the point. Ooh, Johanna
and a
Arthas getting that big damage.
How about a convection? Top it off with a pyroblast. Arthas might be the first to fall in this team fight.
Beautiful stun by Tirana. Johanna getting melted down. That Rainer damage sustained. Just feeling it.
Oh, big Hanzo arrow does connect, but the tanks are just getting poked out. They can't. The DPS can't get in. It's so hard
And
to move
down
with these
goes
treadmills.
Johannes. Jimmy, hungry for the Jaina, gets blasted.
And he gets it. Oh, G-Money Drums going in with a nice impale. Wono is in a really hard spot here. He's not going to get out, and he's done too.
Blasted to the moon by that Kel'Thas. Crooked Smile doing a great job landing these spells.
Smiles crookedly as he blasts his opponents to the moon.
And pressure top lane as well. Zeltoid has to go back to clear.
That's 4 catapults and some siege. And also a
Blue team
Rock'em Sock'em Robot Punisher. Not
Wholesome-
Punisher.
Wholesome Halfwits. Going for the bottom.
Protector. Trigolov Protector. Moving down the bottom lane.
I like this decision right here to go for the bottom.
Hey, and welcome to Miser. Also, Mark and Mark is not tomato at all. I take offense when I see that K. And there might be a mod sword fight going on between Joe and Demiser.
Red team's core is under attack.
How's it going, dude? Welcome to Div B. Div B West. Game 2. We might be seeing a game 3. Level 20 to 16 advantage. Not looking good at all for Logical. They're gonna try
Arthur's getting low as a zone out to the right. Jaina getting caught. Ice blocks. Gets destroyed. As Logical Decision has to head back in.
Halfwits brought the thunder.
Wholesome looks like a whole nother team. It's incredible. 14 kills to 1.
You know, I was ripping on the Kalthos, but shout outs to Crooked Smiles here. We can look at some damage quick in the end. 40k, just under Jimmy with 41k, and Halfwits picking up game 2.
They really had tank burners that game. With the Kel'Thas, Convection, you hit 2 targets, it does that percent damage. 8% health
Yeah, the
on a main
flash.
tank is a lot. Yeah. And then it hits twice at 16.
Oh, interesting. He didn't go for the ignite. Flame Strike applies Living Bomb.
Well, the thing is, if you land hitting 2 targets,
Yeah,
It
16%
does
health on 2 tanks.
yep,
That's huge.
and it hits twice. Yeah, 16%. He hit him. He landed it. It's basically you have to land it.
Yeah, showing his prowess, picking up that convection. I called it quick match, but no. He says that's how you win Div B
You
West.
did call a quick match.
I did, and
Ouch.
that's why I'm in Division D East. Shout outs to the Nexus Cats, my team, I guess. If I have to, I'll shout him out. Arthana, he's in here. He's watching me. He's got that diamond.
Mark, we're at a game 3.
We're at a game 3.
What do you think?
Bob.
What do you think personally was Halfwits' X factor that last game? They look totally different. Do you think it was more the other team, or do you think it was Halfwits?
Yeah, I think. Well, so I'm a bad caster here, and I didn't quite pick up on who chose that map. I know Halfwits had the option to take first pick or map pick. Do you remember the first pick on that?
It was the right side.
It was the right side. Okay. So that means Halfwits did choose the map. So it could be a comfort pick map. Because we did see, if we kick it on over to... So map 2 was on Volskaya. Here we go as I update this on the fly. Super professional here. And we have a game 3, ladies and gentlemen. Looking at the map so far, we've seen Cursed Hollow banned out by Logical Decision. We've seen Sky Temple banned out by the Wholesome Halfwits. Map 1 went to Logical Decision on that Infernal Shrines. And which was their map pick. Map 2, picked by Volskaya. Picked by Wholesome Halfwits, was Volskaya, and they did take that one. So I think it could just be the as an NGS player myself, definitely having maps that you've practiced on, you have strategies prepared for, you know how to shot call for them, makes a big difference. So Game 3 could be anyone's match here, and we're going to find out in just a moment where we're going to go to.
The map pick is huge. I mean, the maps are so different and variable. It's like a whole other game each map.
Yeah, we might see some Cursed Hollow, Bob's favorite map.
Cursed Hollow.
I'm sorry, Tome of the Spider Queen.
Tome of the Spider Queen. I'm excited. I'm glad
Halfwits chose it. Thank you so much, Crooked Smiles.
I can't believe the 7th seed just steamrolled. They really did. It was 14-1.
Yeah.
They didn't lose one keep.
Even
they barely lost. I don't think they lost a wall. They might have, but
it looked pretty. They took most. I think they took all the objectives. Is that correct?
That tank, they did. That tank pressure, they dominated the whole time. That tank pressure was just incredible. As soon as the 2 tanks came in, they just had an answer to take them down.
Yeah, I think definitely a very fair strategy. Going for something like that. That Kalphas, that AoE against a heavy frontline like Johanna.
Yeah, he was landing the convections. He was just landing those convections. He got stacked quick, too.
And here we go. We've got the lobby. We're moving into Towers of Doom. Yes, I love Towers of Doom. This is my favorite map to watch. It's a little bit stressful to play. I do think it's I love the design. I think they knocked it out of the park. This is another very Heroes of the Storm map. Anything can happen. Comebacks are so possible on this. You need to have that. You need to have teamwork throughout. You can't let your lead go to your head and slip up because the team can just come back. And momentum is huge here, Bob. So I'm so excited to see these two Div B West teams duke it out.
What's your favorite part about this map?
I kind of just went through that, but I really like how I like how
I wasn't listening at all.
The objective doesn't get you. The objective doesn't really like push down the lane and kill structures that are permanent. All it does is damage to the core. So if you win the first objective on Infernal Shrines, for example, you can pick up a fort, you can pick up a wall, you got a nice advantage. If you win the first objective here, it really gets you nothing. It just gets you a little bit closer to that victory.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Basically, it's an almost zero snowball map.
Yeah, I would say that you can't really snowball here. There are situations where if you're really outplaying the enemy team, you can kind of just run down from top to bottom, knocking those bell towers down. They'll rotate to go clear it up, and meanwhile you're already knocking the other 2 down. But I love the design here, and we're gonna go into our draft overlay so you guys can keep a little bit of distraction with the crispy ties, which we do apologize for, but
what can we say?
What can we say? Psycho Bear, he sent me a tutorial. He sent me, after he was grossly offended by my tying skills, he sent me a nice tutorial, and I learned myself up a little bit.
Half Windsor?
I think
a full Charleston?
It's not a full Charleston. I believe it's just the most basic tie you can do.
A double Dutch Roland?
Bob was also doing some research before the match.
I'm just a knot master.
Former U.S. Marine Corps veteran. Thank you for your service, Bob. I'm happy you're here today. My best friend from childhood to cast this game.
That's too much. That's too much.
It's not too much. It's all the truth. It's all the truth, man. Here we are. We do see Dahaka banned out. Logical decision. Getting rid of that Zerg.
Dahaka ban.
I can see it on this map. There's a lot of bushes. I think it does lead to the global.
Yeah.
There's a lot of areas where you can use that brush stalker.
I mean, I'm a fan of targeting player bans. I like targeting players. Like if you know a player is good on someone. On a ban.
Interesting.
From Logical.
Wono banning his own hero.
I don't know if they're scared of a Kalphas boot. I don't understand. I don't know.
Yeah, there's definitely some mind games going on between these two teams that me and Bob
They're second seeded. They know what they're doing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they're doing. That's what I'm saying.
Anytime you're ready.
Thought I said Psycho Bear sent me the tutorial. And Claire, welcome. Oh my
Rainer,
gosh.
Rainer pickup. Now, what you're going to see from Logical is they're going to find ways to enhance his level 1.
Ace in the
Slow
hole.
and stun, rooted, ace in the hole. You're going to find ways to enhance that. So you could be seeing
Johanna coming out is great.
Johanna. Arthas is obviously
Fantastic.
the first big one. A noob Tyrande. They picked that in their first game.
They didn't have the Tyrande in the first game. They had the Anub. They had that Stukov. But either way, Tyrande is another great follow-up.
Heavy CC.
Yeah, very heavy CC.
Heavy CC.
Well-coordinated teams like this can definitely capitalize on those 2 stuns.
This is the first time Logical has not first picked a support.
Also, holy cow, Slexia, how could I miss? #1 cheerleader. How you doing, Slexia? Me and Bob are so excited here.
Jaina Leoric, stick with what they know.
Yep, they're going to be picking up that Leoric. He's coming back. Rising from the grave like a zombie. Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. And, yeah, now into this third ban phase. Banana.
I like Banna. Banna's good. Banfurion.
And Malfurion. Tyrande not going to get to see her lover on the battlefield. Maybe she's
she
hoping
could
for
see her lover on the battlefield.
Illidan.
Illidonger coming out.
Arthanaw's going to wake up from his slumber at his desk, huh?
This is the final game, which means you ain't gonna see an Illidonger. Too high risk. It is. It's just too high risk.
Yeah, I don't.
You start losing on Illidan.
You know, I saw Cho'Gall earlier in my casts.
Was it a game 3 though?
Wasn't a game 3.
The game 3s, everyone's kind of like, oh, this is it.
Yeah, both teams are definitely wanting to take this victory here. A little coffee up your nose?
Yep. Li Ming, one of my favorite picks here. One of my favorite picks here. You can orb over the wall. You can poke. She's a good spot for resets.
When Sonya
this is a very ballsy draft by Wholesome. If they can't get rid of those front lines and get the resets going,
yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what Crooked Smiles ends up going. He ended up playing the Kalphos last round.
They don't really have much sustain right now. Li Ming isn't sustain. She's burst. Sonya is sustain. However, she has to be alive to sustain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As much as she does damage, she dies. So, Uther Johanna.
So Sonya's going to have a very hard time with those whirlwinds between Johanna's condemns, Uther's stuns, Rainer's push.
Slow.
I don't think Rainer's pushback cancels the whirlwind, but yeah, I'm not sold on the Sonya, but it could be something I don't know. I'm only a lowly Div D pleb, but also NGS caster of last week. How about that?
Yeah, that's good.
And I think it was the Bob boost. I think I got that Bob bump.
Whoa, where'd that hand come from?
I'm in New York. He's in LA.
I'm in LA.
I'm sure Jason saw that clip and was like, "These guys."
They are going Tychus, so they are looking for a tank burner, which is what I was just talking about. They don't have any tank burns. You really need tank burns.
It's it looks like a little bit of a.
You just.
I'm not sold on the draft, but I know that these teams are very highly skilled.
When you have 2 aggressive tanks, you need some type of tank burn. You just do. Because clearly, Logical knows what they're doing with their tanks. They come in heavy and together. So you need some type of tank burn. You just do. Yeah. Otherwise, they can just sit there. They can just sit there pretty. What's your prediction, Mark?
I'm gonna say this is gonna go to Logical.
I hate saying it, but I think so too.
I hate saying it, but yeah.
I love the underdog, but
Logical decisions. They look like they got a nice, comfy draft here.
I just don't like how squishy they look.
Halfwits?
Yeah, to me, Halfwits just look squishy.
Yeah, Sonya and Ubarak is not really the strongest front line. They're gonna need it's a very high burden of execution. You're gonna need those kills. But let's intro these 2 teams here. Div B West, we got the Wholesome Halfwits in blue. We got Neutrons playing the Li Ming, Dr. C Jelly on the Unabarak, Crooked Smile with that awesome Zerg Tychus skin, G Money Drums on the Sonya, and Freckle Pants on the Tyrande.
And on the red side, logical decision, we have on Uther, Wono, Leoric, Ulysses. On Jaina, we got that Snow Glare. On Raynor, we got Ziltoid. And on Johanna, we have E-Day 15. Is that music playing right now?
It's J-Shifts coming in with a big raid. Thank you so much, J-Shifts, and welcome to Game 3, Div B West. So we watch these two teams duke it out. Best of 3 series. Both teams kind of going to middle here. Doing a little poking. Not much happening. Uther ended up going for the Hammer of the Lightbringer. Basic attacks. Get those stun resets going. Yeah, and thank you, Jay, for that raid once again. And welcome. We've had some awesome games here tonight, and this is going to be the finish either way. One of these teams is going to be walking out ahead. Both teams doing kind of a double rotation, just clearing the minions and moving on. As we see logical decision, getting those minions, getting that XP, and now off to bottom lane. Ziltoid might be a target here. Numberock goes in, gets that charge. Li Ming is meanwhile on the back. Oh, and there's the Lunar Flare coming out. Neutrons picks it up. There's a Li Ming reset. And first kill, first blood. Going to the Halfwits.
A minute 30 in. One down
Oh
already.
boy, what a big play. They're going to be taking away that Bruiser camp as well. We got some momentum coming in.
That early game XP stolen away. Delicious.
Slurped it up for the Halfwits. And meanwhile, they're going to be taking the camp of their own.
The mercenary camp XP cannot be underestimated. It just can't. Almost heading to 4 already.
Trying to see, I think common strategy here is really pressuring this bottom lane. You do have both of those sappers spawning, so it's the easiest way to get those extra points in for the core.
Already poking at the towers down here and taking them down front wall.
Big rotation coming in from the back line. Ziltoid doing a flank, but uh-oh, he's in a bad spot. And Numberock ends the burrow charge a little early, does not connect with a stun.
Raynor, you're a little scared there. Meanwhile, Tychus up front tries to scoop back. Uther looking for a stun, but he doesn't get it.
The altars will rise shortly.
And here we have this first triple altar phase.
Capture them quickly.
And thank you so much, Claire. Anyone that has any feedback for me is much appreciated. Just starting out with NGS casting, been streaming Heroes for over a year, playing since Tech Alpha. Absolutely love this game.
A noob getting poked down, scooping out. Jaina poking. Li Ming responds to the poke herself.
Yeah, the one thing the Halfwits do have here is a lot of interruptions between Li Ming, between Tyrande, but Li Ming, meanwhile, little Mage Wars going down on the bottom side here. Neutron's just getting away.
Jaina heavy burst. Meanwhile, Tychus getting some good damage in on Johanna.
And that's going to be two towers going over to the logical decision, the red team there.
So far, close on experience. Objectives don't mean much this early.
Just what I was saying with Towers of Doom, that's one of the reasons I love it so much, is the objective. It doesn't really help you. It just gets you a slight bit closer to winning. But yeah, you don't really get structure advantage out of it. It just comes down to persistence, teamwork from the beginning of the game to the end of the game is required to win this one. So it's always so much fun to watch. And oh, Dr. Cell goes in with a big stun, followed by the Lunar Flare. Johanna soaking a lot of damage for the team, no kills. Sonya coming in. But we do see this Sapper camp coming up, and this is where the next fight is going to take place here, as Logical Decisions is moving in. Waiting for them to just work down these Sappers. Leoric, meanwhile, on his way down top. This could be a 4v5. Johanna's on the point. They're trying to burn her down. She's unstoppable. She's getting zoned out. Lunar Flare does connect. Lunar goes in and gets a kill!
A noob seeing that moves in. Great pickoff. Great pickoff.
Great pickoff indeed by a noob.
Both teams soaking. It's a race for 10.
Race for 10 indeed. We do see about a full level lead here from the blue side. 2 kills up. Good amount of experience soaked. We actually can look at it. We can see APMs. That's neat.
Wow, really? That's incredible. Meanwhile, they engage on the right shrine. Sonya taking heavy damage.
Nuggerock
trying to make
burrows
some
in.
space.
Doesn't connect. We see all 5 members fighting over this shrine. We might see a member of Halfwits back off and try to cap one of their own. Meanwhile, Dr. Cell is on the retreat here, falling at about half, and this might just be a trade, 1-to-1.
Our towers assail the Raven Lord.
So we've got 28 shots
I am lord of this realm, and
remaining for the Halfwits and 32 remaining on the core.
I don't want to jinx it, but the 7th seat versus the 2nd seat is looking so good. It's just incredible.
They're definitely playing out of their minds tonight. They want this victory. This would be huge for their team, bumping up in the standings.
Anchored way ahead. Overextended.
A little overextended.
Nope,
He's just trying to buy enough team. They're going to secure that siege camp.
Top lane soak. Middle lane soaked. Blue getting the soak top lane. Halfwit's getting a 3-lane soak right now.
Yep, 3-lane soak. Going to be picking up this camp, which is a nice little XP boost. Not too much in the bottom coming out here.
They need to make sure they don't overextend bottom and lose that level.
Big arcane orbs coming out from Neutron, chunking down that back line. It should be noted that he did have a Li Ming portrait, so definitely a hero he enjoys, or at least likes the picture.
Crooked Smile on Tychus not being unrecognized. Definitely bringing the damage here every time one of those tanks steps.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job at melting that front line. We've seen Logical Decisions run a really heavy front line, a pretty common tactic.
Level 10 for Halfwits,
holy
going
shit.
for the boss.
What's gotten into these Halfwits? It's level 10s, Bob. That's what's gotten into them. It's given them the energy they need to take this boss. And we do see Cocoon coming out from a nub. Laser Drill from Tychus. Sonya, she might go Leap. She might go
Looks like
Ancestral.
they timed it well to come on down to contest that middle.
Yeah, meanwhile, Sonya catching an extra wave. She really should be down here helping her team. Jimmy in the bottom lane going to be securing 1 at least for...
Logical picking up 10.
Yep, 10s are online for both teams. All ults are available here. Ulysses is the target. He might fall. He's getting awful low, but the Divine Shield goes out. Cocoon comes out on Uther. Now the target is E-Day. Meanwhile, Jaina gets killed off screen.
Falls. Li Ming with that heavy poke.
Ziltoy's now on the retreat.
Yolo gets chased, zoning by Johanna. Johanna gets chased down. Clean engage. Disengaged by Logical.
And we're sitting at a dead even 24-24 on these core healths here, ladies and gentlemen. Of the 3rd game, best of 3 series.
Halfway's getting aggressive, using those beetles to soak those tower shots in between waves.
Great utility indeed, Bob. Those beetles soak up a lot of damage, letting him just be extra aggressive. Coming out from a number rock.
Those beetles are really juicing that bottom lane push.
Going for a Beetlejuice quote here. Someone help me out.
I got nothing. Me and Anna watched it.
There's that one song.
Maybe like 2 weeks ago.
How does that one song go?
Shake, 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 Sonora. Dead. Me said that, me said that, me said that.
Work, 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 another rock. Shake those beetles right. There we go.
team has destroyed a fort.
All the haha cringe faces coming out in the chat. In about a minute, probably. And here we go. Halfwit's now moving to top lane. Uh-oh, Logical sniffs it. G-Money drums getting beat on.
Sonya getting caught.
Drop
Slow.
the bass on those drums here, and he's backing out alive.
Jaina with the deep chase.
Good play by Logical, seeing that their opponents are up top lane. Uh-oh, but meanwhile, Leoric might be the one to fall, and he gets out just barely with his life, 300 HP. Logical shows that they're definitely still capable to take this. They're in this game. They might be... They're looking at a fort here right on top of the altar. This is unfortunate timing for this bottom altar to spawn for the Halfwits.
It is. This puts Halfwits in a rough position, losing their well. Also have to deal with the minions.
No, well, they're gonna have to just give this. They can't commit to this.
To the Gravekeeper.
They do have 13. However, Logical close behind.
13s are online. They're gonna need to take out this bottom bell tower. Get it back on their side. Interesting 3-2 split we have here. Tychus and Anub going for this top camp. Uh-oh. Johanna Ide pushing him back. He wants this.
Logical at the gates. Both teams trying to escort minions for those few extra points.
Yeah, if the red team manages to secure these pumpkins, if they cross that little line there in the touchdown zone, sports reference.
It's a 5-4, and Halfwits know that, so they might be moving in.
They are going to defend those pumpkins, not getting across this one.
Tower shots getting soaked.
Halfwits getting aggressive here, maybe fighting underneath this bell tower could be risky. Just about all the minions are falling. Cocoon does go out.
Maneuvers in for the
stun
gauge.
follow-up. Rainer's the target. Ziltoy is backing out. He does get the Divine Shield. Meanwhile, Ide is falling awful low, and they're trying to get a kill of Halfwits. Oh no, Jimmy, Neutron, almost getting blasted. Meanwhile, Tychus secures that kill on Johanna. And it's a 1-for-0 trade.
Halfwits on the chase. Just trying to push him back, make some room.
Unfortunate timing here as we do see another triple ultra phase. Can Logical pull a kill out of this?
Sonya on death's door makes her way out.
It looks like bottom bell tower is going to be going over to the Halfwits. Meanwhile, Sonya is going to be capturing this top left one. It's going to be 2 to 1 here. Uh-oh. Ulysses coming in, looking to interrupt, looking to buy any time he can for his team, pushing Sonya out.
It's looking rough for Logical right now. They know they have to move on this point. Sonya pulls herself out of that entomb. Beautiful play.
Beautiful play indeed. Crooked Smiles moving in, melting Leoric. He's getting awful low, and oh my god, Neutrons comes in. 1 kill for the Halfwits. Oh my god, a triple lunar flare.
It's a massacre. If you have children, cover their eyes right now.
Cover their eyes. They cannot be watching this content.
Whoa, no. Going down, dropping 4 down. Johanna knows she has to leave.
Reset after reset. Li Ming is popping off here, and Crooked Smiles doing some serious work on the Tychus.
Man, Wholesome just looking so sharp. 8-0 kills, Mark. Boss getting burned down as they pick up those extra
another
points.
4 shots.
And 16 talent tier picked up by Wholesome.
It's looking awful rough. I'm sorry, all the LD fans in chat. It's going to be okay. They're still seed 2. They can still turn this around. It's anyone's game in Heroes of the Storm, especially on Towers of Doom.
Tychus gets 5% damage, total health on his grenade. Li Ming gets Mirror Ball, which is a disgustingly good talent pickup.
I've opened my tunnel as well.
It's standard because it's heavy damage. It's just heavy. It's a great 16.
Yeah. Costs more mana, but it's... damage is worth it.
You're looking at 50% plus damage on a squishy from hitting him. Just from that one spell. Even on tanks, it hits them hard.
Picking up the Saber Camp, still showing their aggression. They have those 16s for just a moment longer over their opponents. But 16s are going to come online for Logical, and they're going to have to make some serious plays here. Bob and I both called this match going to Logical based on the drafts, but the Halfwits coming out swinging tonight. Start thinking about some interview questions, Bob, here. Either way, I want to get one of these captains in here. Here we go. Nabarak moving in, a huge burrow charge coming out with a stun follow-up, and the Lunar Flare connects yet again, and there's going to be a kill. 1 kill.
Sonya going ham in the middle, whirlwinding away. The team follows up. The stuns are coming down. A noob with a heavy CC chain to the back line, separating the team.
Just a 1-for-0 kill so far here. That next altar phase is available. Halfwits are looking to secure this one.
Wholesome sitting real pretty right now.
Raw Lunar Flares indeed, Plar Ninja. I agree, man. These things are vicious. Freckle Pants is on point with Tirada tonight.
The Gravekeeper know my power.
LD still has one chance, basically. They're going to be taking down this bottom altar. bell tower. And that'll set the damage back to 4. But meanwhile, Halfwits coming in, gonna be turning the top over, keeping that damage at 5, which is just enough to secure the victory here. Leroy in interesting position here, anchoring for his team, providing vision.
Logical, taking back that bottom tower. But Wholesome up top, taking away another tower.
Looks like they're going to be trying to get these sappers, maybe try to escort them in or just buy a little time as they rotate, clear another lane. Rinse and repeat. I'd like to see a risky play here.
They're going to have to be risky.
New York is just getting absolutely melted by Crooked Smile. Oh, and a beautiful cleanse coming out. That was clutch. Nice shout out to Wono there, saving his teammate, keeping him alive just for a second longer. And these bottom pumpkins are getting awful low. Rainer pushes them back. That could be 3 points, but oh my goodness!
A noob gets caught and melted.
Ulysses walking out with just nothing. The drill comes out.
Savannah.
Entomb goes out, does not connect. Li Ming, 1 kill, 2 kill. The resets are online. Neurons is falling awful low, and oh my goodness.
Jaina overextended, gets melted. Neutrons moves in for that one.
This is surely
Sees it
going
a
to be the
mile away.
end of the match here tonight. Bob, Wholesome, Halfwits are most definitely taking this
In my name.
in the best of 3 series.
This is as close to game as you can get without saying game.
Position 7 in the standings for Did B West. Going up against Logical Decision, which is position 2. But just shout outs to the NGS team for putting together some awesome divisions for us. So close. Johanna's really trying to interrupt. She's moving in. She has to. Leoric's in the backline. He's on Li Ming. Meanwhile, Lunar Flare connects and he gets stunned and he gets destroyed. 2 have fallen. The GGs are flying, ladies and gentlemen. Bob's throwing a GG. He's getting nuts. Oh my goodness. Wow.
I got questions for sure.
Okay, I'm gonna let you take command of the interview here, Bob.
You start it and I'll ask.
Okay. But yeah, let's see if we can contact a member here. And holy cow. Hope you guys had a great time tonight. We're gonna do an interview.
Phenomenal.
Hopefully here. Try to get one of the members on in. If you like what you saw tonight and you would like to support me and maybe check out other games I cast, don't forget to drop me a follow. Shameless plug for myself, ttv.markzombie.
It's not shameless. You're doing it for free.
Doing it for the fun.
It's called advertising.
Either way, love that you guys come by and get to watch this awesome video game being played. Such a shame about HGC, but it's kind of inspired me to pick up the slack here and double down on my amateur scene. Okay, we do have someone coming in for an interview.
Nice. Interview with the winning team.
Alrighty. Lobby number 1.
Ahoy.
Hello, C Jelly and Crooked Smiles. How are you guys doing tonight? Congratulations, and what a phenomenal series.
Awesome games.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, how are you guys feeling right now?
I'm pretty pumped. I honestly felt really bad coming out of that first game. I'm glad we could turn it around.
Yeah, the first game definitely felt bad because we felt dominant early, but then we kind of just threw it all away.
Guys
Jaina popped off pretty hard first game.
Definitely had really good control in that mid game. There was a couple situations where it looked like he lost a member just before the objective, which kind of led to a little bit of a snowball scenario. But either way, you guys persevered, came out on top. And yeah, we got a couple questions for you. Bob, why don't you take it away?
Oh yeah, I definitely have some questions if you guys don't mind. So you're the 7th team in your division, and you just beat the 2nd team. Were you guys nervous going into this? Have you guys ever played them before? Like, what was your guys' mindset going into this, knowing they're so much higher ranked than you?
We actually did scrim. We scrimmed these guys before the season started. I don't remember how it went. I think we split some. But I think Div B is really close. A lot of the teams are. All of the teams I think can take games off of one another. It's super tight, and I think we've been playing below our potential certainly in the last couple of games.
Yeah, we're a fairly cocky team, and we've had struggles getting our core for like our last 2 or 3 matches. We've had some subs that don't get a lot of practice and stuff. So, but no, I don't think we were super nervous. I mean, we were definitely. I mean, we were nervous just because of our poor play from the last few matches. We were just like, are we gonna play well tonight or not?
And then the other one I have to get to because we just loved it. What's up with the Kel'Thas Convection pick, level 1?
Look,
I love that. What's up?
Look, sometimes I like when we have like a bad loss or a loss that we're kind of iffy against. I just like to bring morale back up with a fat pop off. So I was like, you know what? I'm going Convection this game. They didn't have a super melee heavy comp, and I thought they were confident enough to not spread bombs. So I was like, we had decent CC with Imperius and Tyrande, and I think I was just like, you know what? I wanted to go Burned Flesh, and I was like, why not just add a little bit extra?
Yeah, that was definitely an
it.
interesting pickup, seeing the Convection, and then a lot of people tend to go for the Ignite, but Burned Flesh with the Flame Strike strikes twice can deal like 16% damage, massive damage.
Tons of value during that match. You got tons of value off that. It ended up being perfect in your guys' favor.
Yeah, we just had that one fat play around the medic camp where we got a good Imperius into where 4 people took a Pyroblast and a Convection or a Flame Strike, and it was huge. It just felt good.
Yeah, you guys definitely did a great job at pressing any little advantage you had, going for those calculated invades. But yeah, definitely shout outs to you guys. Fantastic job tonight. It was a pleasure to cast. So much fun to watch.
Definitely
Thank
great.
you.
It's just crazy how you guys the first game compared to the last 2 games. The last 2 games were so dominant, the entire time.
And going into that last game, Bob and I here, we were kind of both a little bit leaning towards logical decision for the draft. They looked like they got everything they wanted, looked pretty comfy, and you guys bringing out some, the Sonya and Nubarak pairing, and then the Tychus.
The Tychus really pulled that ahead.
Tychus seemed to get a lot of value against the Leoric, particularly melting him down.
Yeah, I'm always comfortable into a Leoric. Like, they had the Johanna, but I knew that after I could stack a little bit, like, even if she blinded me, I would still come out of blind with plenty of minigun left.
Okay.
As long as I got decent stacks. But, I mean, they definitely played well. I mean, we were scared. We didn't underestimate them at all the entire time.
Well, congratulations, guys. That was great. Those are great series. Congratulations on the
Thanks.
win.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
I think that's all we had prepared, really. But I'll leave the floor for y'all for any shout-outs you may have.
Shout out to you guys for casting the game. I can't wait to watch. It should be a lot of fun. Shout out to the team for being here tonight. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Shout out to Activision. And shout out to Logical Decision, of course.
Yeah, Bobby Kotick, too. Don't forget him. What a great gentleman. Fine scholar.
I mean, he's got an impressive beard. I love it.
All right, well, thank you, boys, so much. I will leave you to go celebrate with your team, and congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Have a fantastic night.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Woo! There we are.
Professionals right there.
Halfwits walking away in the lead.
Way better than my last interview.
Yeah, no, that was good. Definitely helps to prepare. Interviews are always a little bit. I don't have kind of so focused on the games here. But damn, what a great series. We did get to see it go to 3 games.
That's my second 3 games in a row.
Just got that Bob bump, that Bob boost.
A Bob boost.
Alrighty, well, let's see. That's gonna pretty much conclude our stream here tonight for y'all. Hope you had a good time. And any feedback, please let me know. As long as it's constructive.